organic manure. He has a small composting pit on the farm where he produces his manure. Do you know what composting is? Composting is a process where the organic waste material is decomposed by the action of microorganisms. The residue left after the process of decomposition is called compost. This compost is used as a manure for plants. Danny does a similar process of composting, but instead of relying on microorganisms, he uses earthworms. Let's see how that is done. A pit of approximately 35 centimeters deep is dug in the ground in the shape of a rectangle. Alternatively, one can use a wooden box or a concrete pit of the same dimension. This pit should be dug in a place that is not directly exposed to too much sun. It should have a slight shade above. A mesh-like thing or a net is placed at the bottom of the pit. Alternatively, a thin layer of sand approximately 2 inches can be placed at the bottom. The next step is to add organic waste matter. By organic waste, we mean all biodegradable wastes like vegetable peel, rotten fruits, other waste from the kitchen, dried leaves, husks, cow dungs, etc. Spread this across in a uniform layer. Do not press it. Make it compact, just spread it across. Also, make sure that we are not adding any non-degradable waste like plastic into it. It is important to keep the pit moist, so we sprinkle some water over the waste to just make it a little wet. Please do not pour water onto this. Now is the crucial step. The step where earthworms are added to the soil. A special species of red earthworms, Icena fotida, is used. You might be wondering, why earthworms? Well, under conditions of favorable temperature and moisture, the earthworms consume this waste matter and convert them into simple form, or say, decomposes this matter to form compost. These species of earthworms are non-burrowing, meaning they stay in the layer of the soil and break down this waste efficiently. They are capable to produce waste equivalent to their body weight. Amazing, isn't it? Once the worms are laid, the pit is then covered with dry straw or gunny bag. Covering the pit is very essential, as during decomposition, it could be a site for disease-causing organisms and germs. It can also give rise to a foul smell. Is that it? Yes, the major work is all done. We now have to frequently sprinkle water and keep the bed moist to help earthworms breed. Also, gently mix and move the top layer of the bed to aerate the soil. In a couple of weeks, the earthworms increase in number, and by the end of the 4th week, the compost is ready. Look at the texture. They are dark, fine particles, and the waste looks just like the soil. This is called vermicompost. Since we use worms to carry out the process of composting, we call it vermicomposting. But how do we separate the worms from the compost? That's pretty simple. Add some fresh organic waste at one corner of the pit. All the worms will move towards this waste. The remaining compost can be separated and the worms can be used for making more such vermicomposts. This compost is then dried under the sun for a few days. After this step, the compost is ready for use. It could be used as fertilizers for growing different types of crops, fruits and vegetables. Thus, by using waste matter and worms, we got manure. Just like Danny, we took and tried these small steps at our own place and create vermicompost and make the best out of the waste. With this, we end our session.